Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I'm here with Lewis. Lewis, we've just lost 2-0 against Brentford. You say it yourself every week. We could literally take your fan cams from throughout the season.
Yeah.
Same again.
Same again. It's genuinely rinse and repeat, but we knew this as soon as we saw the lineup. Like, come on, I thought the Real Madrid lineup was the worst lineup I've ever seen, and then Lampard thought, nope, let me try and overdo that. How many forwards did we have on the bench? Felix, Aubameyang, Mudryk, Madueke, but he thought the best thing I could put out was Gallagher and Sterling. An off-form Sterling, and what does Gallagher offer? If we're gonna be just honest and put everything on the table, other than pressing, what does he offer? But I know exactly what was going through his head. I pick whoever performs the best on training. I pick whoever puts everything into training, and we know Conor Gallagher's that sort of player, so he puts him in because it's very similar to Mason Mount, but like Mason Mount's out until the end of the season. But for what? I'm not going to say it's because Gallagher and Sterling were up top, like that's the reason why we lost. Everybody was sloppy, everybody was on the beach. This is the number one thing I was worried about when we got knocked out to Real Madrid, that the individual performances would get even worse because everybody was on the beach, and that's exactly what happened. Sloppy passes left, right, centre from everybody. Even the likes of Thiago Silva and Enzo Fernandez look sloppy as fuck today.
It's so difficult to keep your head up when everyone else is dropping around you. I mean, you got
hard to keep it up if you're a fan. I spent half the time on my phone checking the City score. Thanks Premier League for putting City v Arsenal on yet another Chelsea game. Got to miss that classic. By the way, Arsenal hold that. Worst season in years, and you're still going to win as much as we did, dickheads. But the point still stands. Again, missed that for this shit, but whatever. We're all going to be here because we say, through the bad times and the good, whatever, we're always going to be here. It is what it is. But the players, you could at least turn up. You could at least show that you give a fuck. It's a West London derby, for fuck's sakes. We let Brentford toy with us. First goal, it's an own goal. It's so fucking clown-like, but it's whatever. It's typical of our season. And then we react because that's all that we do. We don't ever start anything. We just react to going behind. We bring on Aubameyang, we bring on Mudryk, and you know what? We have a little bit more energy. We're making a couple more chances. Aubameyang doesn't look sharp, but I mean, he's had one appearance off the bench since January. I'm not too surprised by that. Still showed more movement, still showed more intent, got into the right positions, but the finishing wasn't really there. I think if you give him a bit more game time, you might get a little bit out of him before the end of the season. Arsenal's next week. I want to try and pretend we could get a point. It's the only thing I have hope for between this and the end of the season. But in reality, we're probably going to hold 6 there next week. But I'd at least want to see Aubameyang and Mudryk get some game time because they came on, we looked a little bit better. I think Fofana looks good. Kante, everything went through N'Golo Kante in that first half. Anything that we made going forward. If you lot want to re-sign him, fair enough. That is the same N'Golo Kante we've seen from the last 5 years. I get how we've been waiting to see how he'd react to coming back from his injury. He looks the exact same player. Give him the contract, give him whatever he wants. It's whatever. That guy is quality. The only thing that we were making in that first half was going through N'Golo Kante. First goal kills everything. I think the players' heads went down after that because there's still fuck all leadership in the squad. No one wanted to try and actually G up these players after the first goal. That was it, it was done. But, I mean, we're a mess. We're a mess. We make chances, then we don't score. We make individual mistakes defensively. I mean, I even want to say Fofana played well, but he's the one who let whoever scored the second goal cut inside on their left foot. But they've been playing with their left foot all fucking game. It was predictable that he was going to shoot from there, but you put him onto that position. It's individual mistakes everywhere, and it's because these players are done, they're finished, they don't care anymore. We're sitting here going to this shit every week, hoping that something changes. Nothing changes. But I can't even try and go at players individually because we set up terribly to begin with. Well, what were we planning with that 3-5-2 with Gallagher and Sterling up top? I'm getting to the point where I genuinely thought things couldn't get worse than when we had Graham Potter. It's fucking got worse. We're into 0-5? 2 more games, they're going to be doing 007 memes on our entire football club. Not even on individual players. And I don't think we're winning our next 2 games. It's Arsenal next, and then I think it's Forest. Forest just beat Brighton 3-1.
Brighton dunked us, mate.
Yeah, that should have been more than
They
2-1.
played us off the park.
And I remember I said in January after we lost to Fulham that we shouldn't keep talking about Thomas Tuchel and everything because we're looking back on the past. If it weren't for Tuchel's points, we would be in the relegation zone right now. Dead arse, you take away the 11 points we got under Tuchel, we are 18th place. Since Tuchel's gone sacked, this has been relegation form. That's on the managers, that's on the players, that's on everybody involved with this football club. Because regardless of how bad Chelsea were going to be this season, I never thought we were going to make top 4 this season. Relegation form. That is a fucking embarrassment on this football club's name. We go into these games with zero intent, zero desire, zero passion, pride, nothing. We go there to just pass the ball around for 90 minutes. Some of the most slow, lethargic bits of football I was seeing in that first half. It was so pathetic to watch. Sloppy passes left, right and centre. No one wants to take intent. You're relying on the centre-backs to take long shots. Just for the sake of it, just so we can have something. So we can say, yeah, we had more shots on target this first half than we did the last 3 games. Great. The context you applied to it was still fucking shit. We still make mistakes, we still throw the game away because nobody's switched on, nobody wants to take leadership, no one wants to fucking finish their chances. There is nothing about this football club to get behind right now. We're a joke. People are coming to Chelsea expecting 3 points. We're watching top 6 teams play teams bottom of the table. We're not backing the team in the bottom of the table anymore, we're backing the top 6 teams because we need them to drop points. That's where we are. It's pathetic. This club is pathetic this season. Everything about Chelsea has been fucking pathetic. And at the very least, there's 6-7 games left and then we can wrap everything up, forget this shit happened and try and move on to next season. Because at least I believe next season's going to be better. We have 1 game a week, we're going to have Pochettino in charge. He's not going to let these players be unfit as fuck like they've been showing the last few games. Things will be a little bit better. Until then, we have to grit our teeth and bear it for the next 6 to 7 games, try and pretend we give a fuck and that we have some belief and just let time pass.
But do you think it's not even a case of waiting till the summer? They need to get him in as soon as possible because at this rate, well, you said it yourself, it's relegation form. And if you've got teams picking up points, and we've seen it in the past with some of these lower teams, they have these miracle runs at the end of a season. They're all clawing to get back. If we keep dropping points, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's really a possibility. And we took the piss out of the situation at the beginning, this whole 40-point mark. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for 40 points.
It's funny at this point, bruv. 4 months we've been asking for 15 fucking points from this football club and we can't even get it. I don't think we'll go down. Like, you're asking a lot of the teams below us in terms of catching up. They gained 10 points in the last 7 games. I don't think that will happen. If this keeps happening, though, you'll see Chelsea about 3 to 6 points off the drop. We'll drop further down the table. Forest is behind. I mean, not Forest is behind us. Palace is 3 points behind us. 2 points behind us. Same thing with Wolves as well. They're 2 points behind us. Got Arsenal coming next. Probably going to get battered in that game. If they win, then they're above us. And then we slip further down the table. We go down to 12th. We go down to 13th. You're talking about a relegation 6-pointer against fucking Forest coming up next. Then you go to Bournemouth away, a ground that we've never liked going to. And then our last 3 games of the season, City away, United away, Newcastle at home in the space of a week. Good luck even getting a point out of any of those games. I don't know where we go. Like, I don't want Pochettino to inherit this shit because I don't think he's going to get immediate results either. This squad is not fit enough for Pochettino's style of football. He plays a very heavy, high-pressing system, and these players aren't going to be able to play 20 minutes in that. And then he's going to take the flat. They're going to say he's a washed manager, and then it's going to just be a poor start for him. But fucking hell, this is terrible under Lampard. He's making terrible decisions every single game. He's either playing a 4 at the back for no reason, or he's playing a 5 at the back with fuck all up top. Every game there's poor decisions. He's blaming everybody except himself. We haven't even drawn a game. We haven't even drawn a fucking match. So I don't know. What, do you sack Lampard and you go to the 5th manager of the season and get an interim for the next 6 matches? I don't know. But something's got to change. Unless you're willing to just lose every game from now until the end of the season and then just try and hope to find your way around it. Because it's one of those two. Either keep Lampard and just hope we don't go down. Can't even believe I'm fucking saying that, but here we are. Or you sack him, you bring in another interim, and you just hope it gets better. But we'll probably still lose a few of the games because the fixture list is fucked and the players are on the beach. It's a hopeless scenario. Regardless, the more I think about it, we're just fucked. We're just fucked. Sack Lampard, keep him in the job, whatever. We're done, we're finished, like, we're just a 3 points for everybody. Come to Chelsea, get 3 points, move on, we'll help you lot with your season. There's no sabotage here, we're just sabotaging ourselves. That's it, it's just done. Same shit next week, probably lose to Arsenal in an embarrassing fashion, and then we go to the relegation 6 pointer after that and probably lose that too. Same shit every week.